In the mid-90s, my partners and I built and sold a marketing company to the world's largest advertising agency out of London. We started small, just a few of us, 2 of us in a 10-foot square room. In 5 years, we had a roster of global 1,000 clients. Offices in Minneapolis, Atlanta, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Auckland, New Jersey, Santiago, Chile, and London. A perfect setup for someone who loves to travel. There have been additional businesses then, an internet company, a hotel, a real estate development, and currently have another marketing company and a wireless technology company, and 2 more that will be launched before the end of this year. And the one I'm most proud of that my wife Susan and I did together was we created a nonprofit retreat in memory of our daughter Faith Ann, and it's called Faith Lodge. We built a 12,000 square foot, $3 million building 2.5 hours north of here, that's dedicated to families who have a seriously ill child or to families who have lost a child. It's a place to get away and reconnect. I want to give you a little bit of context here that adds weight to what I'm saying. If I can do it, you can do it too. I'm a small town boy from Mercer, Wisconsin. I'll always be a Scotty. 800 people. There wasn't a stoplight. You couldn't buy a pair of jeans. There were Nike. No one even knew what a Nike was. All I remember is every other building was a bar. So we had a really, really strong bar business, but Levi Strauss never strolled into town. And I just remember as a child the quote, if the mind can conceive it, man can achieve it. And somehow that resonated with me. It's just because I'm a little town kid doesn't mean I can't play on the world stage. And it made me follow my passions, it fueled my fire, and it became part of who I was. So this brings us to point number 2. Live a life with few regrets. I love Steve Jobs. He's the founder of Apple and CEO. And he was asked by a reporter one time, Steve, what is the biggest regret you have in your life? And Steve simply looked to the reporter and he said, not asking the girl across the room to dance. Now just think what Steve Jobs could have said or what you might have thought he said. Not asking the girl across the room to dance. How perfectly this shows that we don't really regret the chances we took, our failures, or the dead ends in our lives, but ultimately we regret the chances and the risks never taken. The business you never started, the fishing trip with your dad that you never took, the book you never wrote, the piano lessons that were never taken, the job you never pursued, the girl you never asked to dance. So take risks. Get out of your comfort zone. The world doesn't owe you anything but a chance. Don't expect to go to work for the company and retire with your gold watch. It doesn't happen that way anymore. That was a different generation. In this generation, you control your life. I remember a time about 10 years ago when a group of us young Turks from Minneapolis set out on a plan to buy Sun Country Airlines. We thought we had it all figured out. So it's a Friday afternoon, and we're in Wall Street, Midtown New York, financial district, and we're negotiating with some investment bankers. We thought we had the deal done. Well, much to our chagrin, they said no. I looked at my watch, it was noon. It was the day before deer season in Wisconsin. I said, I have no more time to lollygag around, figure out what went wrong with this deal. I've got to get home and go hunting with my dad. I got the first flight out of New York, flew to Minneapolis, drove 5 hours, and the next morning, 6 a.m., I'm out with my father, 72-year-old father, a raging blizzard, and I'm sitting on my stump, 6:15 a.m., and I just started laughing to myself. And I'm like, what a great life. I was just in Midtown Manhattan trying to negotiate the purchase of an airline, and now I'm sitting on a stump, freezing my ass off in Wisconsin. And it was just hilarious to me about how great in my life that you can't take the small town boy out of small town, I guess. 45 minutes later, I shot an 8-point buck. I never got the airline, but I did get my buck. No regrets, none whatsoever. It was just another chapter of my life. So here we are at point 3. Point 1, follow your passion. Point 2, live life with few regrets. And the final one is understand what really matters. Now I want the last and arguably the most important from a holistic perspective on life in general. And that's the simple concept of, and in the end, and when it's all done, what really matters. It almost seems like a rhetorical question, doesn't it? But the older you get, the more clear the answer becomes. As I've already said, it's not about the stuff, the big house, the top job, the big salary, the notoriety, the prestige. And again, there's nothing inherently wrong with that either. The stuff, though, it isn't real. Ask Bernie Madoff. Ask Tom Petters. Ask Denny Hecker right now, and thousands more. I wouldn't trade a day of their lives for one of mine. And this is not a passing of judgment on their legal challenges, but simply a statement that what they have or had really doesn't matter. So believe in your higher power as we are just passing through. Love your mom and dad, for they are the true lighthouses in your life. Be good to your sisters and brothers, as they are your true blood, and from them comes your soul. And treasure your true friends, as they are the real gold in your life, and never let them go. I think it was Mother Teresa who said, when you die, people won't remember you for what you did or said, but rather for how you made them feel. Endeavor to make all the people in your life feel a little bit better just because of you. In closing, do what you love. Live a life with few regrets. And remember what really matters: your faith, your family, and your friends. I'm sitting here looking out right now at my beautiful wife and my beautiful Allie and my beautiful Emmy, and that is all that matters in my life. Thank you for the honor and the opportunity to be here with you today. And congratulations to the class of 2009. It is a big, beautiful world out there. I wish you all the best, and most of all, I wish you a life of few regrets. Thank you.